What's up, everybody? Noah Kisser back here for my review of Time for Them to Come Home for Christmas. This is the new Jesse Schramm and Brendan Penny film, directed by Peter Benson. Three of the Hallmark darlings, as I call them. I don't call them Hallmark hunks or Hallmark babes, because one, calling an actress you don't know a babe is not very nice. But this is one that I was really looking forward to, namely because of last year's film, Time for Us to Come Home for Christmas. Lacey Chabert killed it with the Hallmark Christmas films last year. She did two of them. We don't get a whole lot of people doing two of them. This is Time for Them to Come Home for Christmas. Let your heart lead you home. During the holidays, a woman with amnesia catches a ride with her handsome nurse to investigate the only clue to her identity, a newspaper clipping from a Christmas festival with a cryptic invitation. This is one that a lot of people were excited for. And we're going to go into how this did in the ratings as well. Time for Them to Come Home for Christmas is one of the best Hallmark films of the entire year. Looking back at the top Hallmark films of the entire year, I'm going to go to my Letterboxd as I review this. What is going on here? There we go to my lists. Very, very good film. The chemistry is there. The emotional aspect is also there. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. But this year for Hallmark Channel has not been a fantastic year, especially for Christmas. We've had some dang good films, but it's been earlier in the year. The best films of the entire year so far, for me anyways, in regards to romance. I'm only talking about romance, and I'm not including the Aurora Tea Garden movies or the Crossword Mysteries at this moment. I will in my complete list of my top 20 favorites at the end of the year on December 31st. It Was Always You, Sweet Carolina, Chasing Waterfalls, Roadhouse Romance, Taking a Shot at Love, Right in Front of Me, and The Christmas Promise. Raise a Glass to Love, Sand Dollar Cove, A Winter Getaway, and As Luck Would Have It. How many Christmas films were in there? One as of right now, because I haven't updated the list. But this is probably the second or third best Christmas film of the entire year. I loved this one more than The Christmas Contest, and I loved that film to death. I am not going to say I loved this as much as Christmas at Castle Heart. I might enjoy it a little bit better than that one, but this one really delivers on the emotional aspect and the romance aspect. It kind of keeps you guessing along the way. What is going to happen? And that's what I like about these Time For films, especially these last two. I have seen Time For You and Time For Me to Come Home for Christmas, but these two are the best in the series so far, and I hope we get another one next year, because I think this could be a very nice series to keep doing. You could do many, many more stories with this title. Time for the sisters, time for the brothers, time for my mother to come home for Christmas. Time for, what's another one you could do? Time for our family to come home for Christmas, where you could have them spending Christmas in a hospital with the woman about to give birth to twins. This is one that delivers on the emotional aspect due to Brendan Penny's character, who in here is named Paul, who regrets not spending last Christmas with his now deceased brother, who passed away from cancer just a month later. So he's dealing with that. He's also dealing with trying not to fall in love with Jesse Schramm, who, I mean, how can you not? Who is Jane/Rebecca. You are going to have to watch the film to find out which one is her real name, because again, she has amnesia. She doesn't know her name. She doesn't know where she's from. She doesn't know where she was going. She doesn't know what happened besides she was in an accident, and now she has amnesia. Which is also a little bit of a trope when it comes to some of the best Hallmark films ever. In my opinion, the best one, besides this one, could be Falling for Vermont. Jesse Schramm is a sweetheart when it comes to Hallmark Christmas films. Her last film from Christmas film from last year, I was a little disappointed in. in A Nashville Christmas Carol. But then again, I really liked The Birthday Wish. I really like Country at Heart. I really like her other films. I have not seen... I believe I've seen Road to Christmas, but I have not seen Royal New Year's Eve, and I have seen Harvest Moon. So I really like this actress, and of course, she was in American Pie Presents The Naked Mile very early in her film career. But that's beside the point. Now she's doing these Hallmark films, and she's very good at it. Beautiful woman. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Love her to death. This is one that delivers on every aspect that it wants to. But this film does have a flaw. And it is namely the sister. The sister is a bit harsh. She's a bit harsh. She's a bit of a B-word in this film. Once she gets back to the festival, she meets the sister, and her sister basically goes off on her and says, "Where have you been? Why haven't you been answering my phone calls? Mom and Dad have been worried sick about you." She doesn't care that she was just in a car accident. She doesn't care that she has amnesia. She just cares because her sister didn't pick up her phone calls. I don't have a sister, but I know that they aren't that big of a pain in the you-know-what. This is a film that kind of has the big flaw that is one character almost brings this character down a full grade. But overall, the film entertained me. It gave me the emotion I wanted, and it gave me a nice little mystery about who this woman is, where is she going, is this actually what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen, but it's a nice little mystery film as well. Time for Them to Come Home for Christmas has beautiful chemistry between Brendan Penny and Jesse Schramm. Brendan Penny and Jesse Schramm. I'm hoping we get more films with Jesse Schramm in the future. Love her to death. I'm going to give... I'm getting a little bit dry. I'm going to give Time for Them to Come Home for Christmas A-. I really enjoyed this one. This is the highest rated Hallmark Christmas film of the year thus far. This did it better than A Miss Miracle Christmas. It's not the highest for Hallmark Movies and Mysteries this year. That belongs to Aurora Teagarden, Honeymoon, Honey Murder, with 1.9. But I think they only wanted to see what happened after they got married, how they're going to continue the story. They're going to continue the story in February with how Ro met Sally. That's going to be very interesting. Here we go. This is one that I'm going to recommend to you guys wholeheartedly. One that you need to see. It is one of the best Hallmark Christmas films of the entire year, and one of the best Hallmark films of the entire year. Definitely in my top 10, maybe even in my top 5. We're going to see how the list pans out later this month and at the end of the year. So I will see all of you guys next time.